Hello, Cherins. It's Friday. Weekend's coming up. I'm Mr. Bruce. I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. Today's book is called The Lion and the Little Red Bird. Let's give her a try. But before that, eyes watching, ears listening, nose running, voices quiet, body calm. The Lion and the Little Red Bird. One afternoon, a little red bird saw a lion with a bushy green tail, as green as the forest. The bird had never seen anything so unusual and so pretty. Just looking at it made the bird very happy. I've never seen it. Look at the green tail on the end of the lion. "Lion, lion," she said, "why is your tail so green?" Well, the lion did not speak bird, so what he heard was chirp, 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 chirp. He thought it was simply chirping, but it sounded good, so he smiled at her. And he wandered down in the field of beautiful orange flowers, and the bird watched him roll around and sniff and play and chase butterflies. He was having a wonderful time. He was a happy lion. Then he walked slowly west with the setting sun and disappeared into a cave. The bird waited on a tree nearby and wanted to see the lion's green tail again. But the lion did not come out of the cave, so the bird made a nice soft nest and slept through the warm, starry night and waited for the lion to come outside in the morning. In the morning, the lion came out swishing his tail. The tail was no longer green, but it was orange, just like one of the flowers, orange as the butterfly, orange as the setting sun. "Lion, lion," the bird chirped, "why is your tail orange now?" Again, the lion did not understand. He just heard chirp, 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 chirp. So he smiled at her. And he climbed over the hill and up the mountain to a deep, deep blue lake with bright blue sky. And he soaked his tired paws while the bird splashed nearby and played in the water. At the end of the day, the lion climbed back down the mountain, back over the hill, and home to his cave. The bird settled down in a tree, wondering, as the sky darkened, about the lion, who now had an orange tail. She didn't understand it. But in the morning, the lion's tail was no longer orange. Look, it was blue. The deepest, brightest blue as the deep mountain where he soaked his paws in the lake. "Lion, lion," the bird chirped, "how did your tail change from orange to blue? Are you a magician?" But the lion just heard chirp, 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 and he just smiled his happy smile at his new friend. And then he ambled over to a bush full of shiny red berries. They were beautiful berries, but they were very, very sour. They weren't ripe yet. "Lion," the bird chirped, "these berries are still too sour to eat. Why don't you pick them when they're ripe?" But the lion just smiled and kept grabbing ripe red berries, thinking how much he liked to hear the birds chirping, but he still didn't know what he meant. All afternoon, the lion picked red berries, and the bird nibbled sunflowers from seeds nearby. Once, when the lion stepped on a thorn from a sharp plant, the bird flew down and picked it out of his paw to help him out. At sundown, the lion swished his tail goodbye and returned to his cave. The bird settled down in her nest, and she wondered what color would the lion's tail be in the morning. She wished he could answer the questions, but he didn't understand her. Now, during that night, a big storm came, and the thunder crashed, lightning flashed, and rain swept away at the bird's poor nest. Hearing the noise, the lion rushed out, reached up into the tree where the bird crouched shivering and scared, and he lifted her down and saved her. and he carried her into his cave, and the cave was warm and colorful. The walls were filled with bright, bright pictures somebody had painted. There were green forests and orange flowers and butterflies and sunsets and a bright blue sky and a deep blue lake. Look at the paintings on the wall. In the morning, excuse me, I wouldn't miss anything. Lion, lion, the bird chirped. How did these pictures get here? The lion just smiled, dipped his tail into a bowl, and there was plenty of red berry juice, and he painted a picture of the bird chirping on a berry bush. The bird sang while the lion painted, and sang and sang and sang without any questions, full of color and joy. The lion had never heard anything so beautiful as the song he heard. He just listening to the chirping and singing made him very happy. And he was using his tail instead of a paintbrush. That's why it was different color every day. In the morning, the storm was past. The world shone fresh and bright. The lion's tail was berry red, and a little bird knew why. She sang her happiest song and wondered, what's my lion friend going to paint tonight? The end. Well, that would be so much fun if instead of coming in here and using paints and markers like we do when we paint, if you had a tail and you could dip it in. If you had a tail and you could dip it in colored paints of pots of different ink or different paint or different dye and paint something, what would you paint on your cave wall with your tail? Okay? Be good this weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye, and wash your hands. Love you. Bye-bye.